Dracula is arguably the most iconic horror monster in cinema history, having been terrifying audiences across the world for over a century on screen. Here are the 10 best actors to play Dracula, ranked according to Movieweb. Number 10, Nicolas Cage, Renfield. Renfield is an often humorous take on the complicated relationship between R.M. Renfield and Count Dracula. Renfield is the subservient accomplice to Dracula, ordered to hunt prey for him and do every bidding that is asked of him. When Renfield starts to wonder what an independent life would be like, this muddles their already odd connection. Number 9, Christian Camargo, Penny Dreadful. The Showtime horror drama series Penny Dreadful features a thrilling mixture of famed 19th century Victorian Gothic fictional characters, delving into the bewitching backstories of literary icons like Dorian Gray, Victor Frankenstein, and Count Dracula, and revealing their ominous origins. In the spooky show, Christian Camargo brilliantly portrays Bram Stoker's notorious vampire Dracula, with the rendition of the character being the brother of Lucifer and a fallen angel who assumes the identity of a zoologist named Alexander Sweet. Number 8, Richard Roxburgh, Van Helsing. Stephen Sommers directed the 2004 action horror film Van Helsing, which stars Hugh Jackman as the legendary titular monster hunter who is sent to Transylvania to defeat Count Dracula as the nefarious villain attempts to use werewolves and Dr. Frankenstein's creature to create a terrifying horde of the undead. Richard Roxburgh appears as the diabolical Count Vladislaus Dracula, with the character being able to transform into an imposing bat while also harnessing immense power and superhuman abilities. Number 7, Frank Langela, Dracula. After having been nominated for a Tony Award for his impressive portrayal of the eponymous character in the 1977 Broadway production of Dracula, Frank Langella reprised his role for the 1979 big screen adaptation. Number 6, Luke Evans, Dracula Untold. The 2014 dark fantasy action flick Dracula Untold decided to shake up the illustrious Bram Stoker tale by creating a compelling origin story for the eponymous character, with Dracula serving as the frightful alter ego of Romanian ruler Vlad III the Impaler. In the prequel, Luke Evans tackles the famous role of warrior and revered Prince Vlad, who willingly decides to become a vampire in order to protect and keep his family and land safe from foreign forces. Number 5, Klaus Bang, Dracula. The BBC One drama horror television serial Dracula consists of 3 chilling episodes that center on the backstory of the infamous Count, chronicling his origins in Eastern Europe and his never-ending battle with the determined Van Helsing and his fierce line of descendants. Klaus Bang is superbly terrifying as Dracula, fully embracing the character's malevolent nature and wreaking havoc on those who are unlucky enough to cross his path. Number 4, Max Schreck, Nosferatu. The first major theatrical adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula was the 1922 silent German expressionist horror film Nosferatu, which featured Max Schreck as the hunchback, claw-wielding creature of the night, Count Orlok, who set his sights on both a new home and the wife of his estate agent in the spooky picture. Number 3, Christopher Lee, Hammer horror films. The admired Christopher Lee portrayed the cape-wearing, fanged fiend Count Dracula in a remarkable 7 Hammer horror films, Beginning with the 1958 British picture Dracula, the dynamic performer would appear as the devilish villain for 15 years, concluding his tenure in the 1973 The Satanic Rites of Dracula. Number 2. Gary Oldman, Bram Stoker's Dracula. From the mind of distinguished director Francis Ford Coppola comes the 1992 Gothic horror film Bram Stoker's Dracula, which touts a dazzling cast led by Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, and Anthony Hopkins that once again brings the Stoker classic to life in a stunning, exquisite fashion. Oldman steals the show as the desolate, terror-inducing Count Dracula who is determined to once again be reunited with his long-lost love, Mina Murray, while battling against her fiancé, Jonathan Harker, and Abraham Van Helsing. Number 1. Bela Lugosi, Dracula. The legendary Bela Lugosi helped establish Count Dracula as a cultural icon when he donned the notorious black cape and fangs in the 1931 supernatural horror classic Dracula, which follows the blood-sucking creature as he travels to England in search of new victims to terrorize and feed from. Lugosi had first portrayed the character in the Broadway production of the novel, and despite a successful run, he was not the first choice to appear in the big screen adaptation. The silver screen star lobbied hard to nab the role, taking a meager salary of $500 weekly to headline the beloved flick. Let me know what you think of the Movieweb ranking of the best actors to play Dracula. If you had an actor that didn't make the list, who was it? Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, and thank you so much for tuning in to another According to animated video from Now It's Dark.
Row 18, plot 20.